This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, received William Clay Ford, the CEO of the Ford Motor Company. The meeting discussed regional and global economic situations and economic experts' forecasts on the global economic growth, as well as the expectation of the US car markets regionally and internationally. The CEO of Ford commended the vision that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed has for Dubai, which he described as a vibrant and unique city that boosts open and liberal economic policies. He added that Dubai's cultural diversity and world-class facilities and infrastructure have helped attract investors and international companies looking for a stable business environment in order to set up new headquarters and expand their businesses in the MENA region. He added that through visiting Dubai for the first time, he has decided to open the corporate regional headquarter in the city, and that such a well-established track record of tolerance only reflects the balanced policy and wise vision of the UAE's leadership. His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Kazmi, the Supreme Council member, ruler of Sharjah and president of the University of Sharjah, has ordered the provision of a comprehensive health insurance to university students. The move is based on the ruler of Sharjah's intent on providing comprehensive healthcare to national and resident university students. Dr. Hamid Mujul Al-Naimi, the director of the University of Sharjah, made the announcement, stating that this is reflective of His Highness Sheikh Sultan's paternal gesture towards students, so that health fees will not prevent them from looking after their health. Meanwhile, on the education front and under the ruler's directives, the University of Sharjah launched the first part of a series of conferences for higher studies students, particularly doctorate students at the Faculty of Law. This will be the first time in the UAE that the University of Sharjah will grant a doctorate in law. Dubai has been identified as the most attractive city in the world to live and work in. That's according to the latest survey. The INSEAD Alumni Survey placed the emirate ahead of the likes of New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, London and Paris. Dubai was ranked first in economic variety, third in overall attractiveness and fourth place in quality of life and cost of living. The new study recorded and assessed the responses of 835 INSEAD alumni with international working experience, according to 4 all-encompassing assessments drawn from 30 criteria dealing with professional and private life, quality of labour, quality of life, cost of living, and finally, the overall attractiveness of the city, including young talent and access to technology, among others. The UAE provided 121 million dirhams worth of aid to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East in 2013 and 2014, in addition to direct aid worth 432 million dirhams sent to Palestine during the same period. Hazza Al-Qahtani, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of International Cooperation and Development, the Vice Chairman of the Committee for the Coordination of Foreign Aid, and head of the UAE delegation to the UN RWA Advisory Committee meeting in Jordan, made the announcement, adding that the UAE's total aid during the Gaza crisis amounted to some 92 million dirhams, and the country has also pledged to provide 149.8 million dirhams to the agency through the Emirates Red Crescent Authority. He pointed out that all of the contributions and commitments are efforts to honour the pledge that was announced by the UAE at the Cairo International Conference on Palestine to reconstruct Gaza and to provide $200 million in aid. It's Universal Children's Day today, and the Ministry of Interior is celebrating worldwide with several initiatives and projects in order to enhance child protection. This comes as a recent survey by the Dubai Foundation for Women and Children has revealed that out of 4,111 students surveyed from across the country, 123 out of every 1,000 in school are exposed to abuse or violence. That's compared to 65 out of 1,000 at home. It also revealed that male children are most vulnerable when it comes to abuse at home. The initiatives and projects from the Ministry for Universal Children's Day today are in response to the directives of His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, and his commitment to the UAE becoming a hub of child protection and security. Major General Nasser Lakrabani Al Nuaimi, the Secretary General of the Office of His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, and Chairman of the Higher Committee for Child Protection, delivered a speech on the occasion, stating that this day shall be observed as a day of fraternity and understanding, and of activities that promote the welfare of the world's children. He then highlighted some of the efforts undertaken by the Ministry of Interior in order to enhance child protection, most notably the decision to set up the Child Protection Centre. 151 people were killed in road accidents in Dubai during the first 10 months of the year. That's according to the latest figures. Police statistics show that the fatalities were up from the 147 recorded during the same period last year, and as a result of 1,210 traffic accidents. Major General Mohammed Saif Al-Zafin, the Assistant Police Commander for Operations, attributed the rise to an increase in the number of vehicles and growth in the Emirates' population. The vehicles also showed that drivers committed 2.25 million offences during the first 10 months of 2014, an average of 7,500 violations a day. Additionally, more than 1.3 million of the offences were detected by police cameras at junctions and key roads in the Emirate. And looking to other news now, motorsport fans had an opportunity to see some racing action yesterday ahead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix weekend. Infiniti Red Bull Racing's quadruple FIA drivers, Formula One world champion Sebastian Vettel, and this season's standout new talent, Vettel Ricciardo, didn't disappoint on Wednesday afternoon. Car racing enthusiasts who made it to the Infiniti F1 showrun, held at Skydive Dubai, witnessed some inspired driving along with the powerful Infiniti Q50 Eau Rouge 560 horsepower prototype and an RB7 race car. 3 lucky residents also won a free trip to the Grand Prix this weekend, while 2 winners were also picked out from the crowd for an Infiniti Red Bull Racing experience held earlier today. The Infiniti F1 showrun is a part of the 2nd Dubai Motor Festival, which will run until the 6th of December under the theme Passion on Wheels. The Infiniti Middle East Managing Director Jürgen Schmitz says that events like this allow them to share their passion for automotive performance with customers and fans.
I think it's a pretty unique setup to do the run on the runway in the middle of the city. So it's good fun. It's very dark, so especially because I have a tinted visor. But yeah, the most important is that people enjoy, and for us, I think it's always great to do some donuts in the F1, but also have the opportunity in the Q50 to show the car to the people.
I personally really like all the show runs we do, the public events. It's great. You know, we have a bit of fun. We do some donuts and do stuff that we can't do on the racetrack. But for the fans, like, you know, who gets this close to, you know, a Formula One car particularly, so it's a lot of fun.